next week, we should know for sure who will lead our country.
Very much involved in service.
Beautiful.
So
Where you live?
in Port Morant.
Port Morant.
Port Morant.
Okay.
So I am into this political thing because my parents were, and they are members of the PNC. So it's a
Okay, so
family thing.
you come up. We'll talk some more about that. Riaz, how things with you? Talk a little about who you are.
All right. First of all, thank you for having me here. Well, my name is Riaz Rubner. Number 2, very far away. I've traveled great distances to come bring the good news. I am 30 years old. Well, many persons don't believe my age, but I tell them it's because of the 4.5 years of good living. Well, I am as well in the education system. Been teaching for 16 years. Sorry, 14 years. I was teaching for 16.
Wow.
And presently, I am under one of the Ministry of the Presidency's initiative at the night school. Youth development and for youth to play a part, because I strongly believe that youth are not the future, they are the present. And if we don't utilize them properly, they'll become a wasted resources for our country, which we really need at this point in time. So I do community development, we have open youth group. We have tried to incorporate sports particularly to bring persons a little bit more expression that can help to develop them not only in academia, but to give them skills as well so that they can build themselves. And you don't only necessarily have to get a job for someone to make sure that you're working, but you can also open your own businesses and employ other people as
Okay,
well.
wow, you got this thing down packed, Riaz, man. I tell you, you got your talking points down packed. Tell me, Dinesh, always involved in politics?
Yes, my parents were members for the PNC since in the 70s.
Okay.
So politics has been the talk in our home.
Okay.
Being a member of the PNC, I realized that this coalition movement is the way forward. So I decided that, I should put my energy and efforts into supporting the news of APN News.
And you are a part of the top of list for the
Geographical list.
You're part of the geographic.
Geographical list.
Have you ever been a part of it before?
No. I contested the local government election in 2015.
Okay.
So that was a stepping stone for me to be on board.
To help the children with their books and whatnot. And yet, 2 days after, students did not show up because their parents were under the influence after having a good party. Students still showed up without their books and because the money was misappropriated. It was not done for the purpose it was intended. But the 5Bs initiative is something that we can guarantee will be utilized properly. And then look at Pomeroon, for example. For a student to get from where they live in the upper Pomeroon to go down to Charity at some place is approximately $2,000, $1,500 to $2,000 one-way passage to get to the secondary school, the only one in that area. And if they have to pay that now to go back, it's $4,000 a day. You multiply that by a week, by months, by 52 weeks, and you'll see the proportion of $10,000 being
You don't go to school for
exaggerated.
52 weeks, right?
39.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if you just check out 5 months.
Right. Even if you go a week, right, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand.
And then when that is done, so these students leave their home very early to catch this boat. So when this is done now, they arrive to school and they're able to have something to eat. It puts a relief not only on the child but on the parents as well. So this is a system that creates, it helps, it's right hand helping left hand easily.
Okay. You want to speak to that?
Yes, I want to. Because I'm happy that he covered the boat service. I am from Berbice, Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine. And we are fortunate to have 5 buses, more than any other region. So the 5Bs initiative is a top-notch initiative for Berbice. Good, let me work it down. Let us do the maths. We have a child traveling from Fire Ridge to Rosal. The child pays 100 to go and 100 to come. That's 200 a day. And 5 days, 1,000, 39 weeks. That parent saves 39,000 solid cash every year. So in comparing the 10,000, yes, we know that the 10,000 came in election year. We do not want to get into that. Let that remain there. But we are providing 39,000 real money to you every year for the past 5 years. 3 times more than the 10,000. So we are seeing that, yes, parents are saving more. Number two, attendance is increased. We have our children coming to school regularly, and we see a growth in performance.
How do you, you have an idea of how many children benefit from that in your area?
Yes, on a daily basis, we have more than 2,000 children on a daily basis using that 5 buses. We have one working from Molson Creek, that is next to the border, sorry now. Molson Creek to 43. We have 43 to Rosal. We have Spedis Port Moran to New Amsterdam. Kanji, that's Gangaram to New Amsterdam, and East Bank Berbice to New Amsterdam. So we spread out these 5 buses in all the areas, and they work, some work 2 trips. Some leave, start picking up from 7, go back 8 and pick,
Okay.
based on the traffic, sometimes the children might go 10, 15 minutes late to school. But we are saving the parents so much,
Okay. What are some of the, have you ever been invited to join any of the other parties? Because, we have 16 parties now that are 14 or 16 parties that are now contesting. I mean, given your public approach to politics, and people know what you do, and they respect you in your varied communities, were you ever approached and asked to assist any other party?
Well, obviously we had People's Progressive Party, and in 2018 we had the Youth Parliament, and I was the leader of the opposition. I was placed as the leader of the opposition, and we won the debate, but I think the opposition took it as I was representing the opposition. So I was approached by one of the members on the national top of list that they have. But I've known from the beginning what they were doing before, so I've already made up my mind not to join the party. Because I can remember vividly that when I left school at 15 years. So obviously a 15-year-old getting a job wasn't easy. But I can remember vividly in SCP when I applied, I took 8 months to get employment. And who saved me was the religion. I got a private school to teach at. Because I was being told by PPP executive that I was too young to go to certain places. I was told by one that I was too qualified to take up certain position. And I was told by someone that I have to wait yet, it's not my turn yet to go, because I was applying for scholarship. I was denied scholarship many years old, I had my 10 subjects. I only received a scholarship to study till I was 17. So, knowing all of these as soon as they came, but what another misconception is most people, because they recognize that I'm Indian, and most people in school know my family too, so they make the assumption that I am already a part of the People's Progressive Party.
How many? I'm gonna come back to you in relation to if you've ever been approached. But let me stay with Riaz for a while. How many people you think that you've been able to convince to switch from the PPP to the coalition?
Well, I'm gonna look at Essequibo alone, and I'm gonna average like maybe about 50. Because of the amount of persons that we actually work, especially with youth development work and so forth, and family, good friends and so forth. But then again, you have to realize that saying one thing and doing it is another thing as well. So I can tell you I've done 100, and they can tell me that they're going to support it as well.
I understand.
But genuinely, I have faith in at least that 50 that I can hold to.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna ask you what is your pitch to them, right?
Yeah.
Before I do that, let me go back here to Dinesh. Dinesh, have you ever been approached to
You see
to
what
support
happened?
another?
My case is different to Riaz. Everyone knew that I am a PNC. So that was
Hands off.
yeah, hands off, right? I had discussion with some the smaller parties and so some members from them, but they proposed if I said that doesn't appeal to the policies of AP and UAFC. That is my only choice, and if I am to say no AP and UAFC, I'm out of politics.
You're that grounded.
Yes, I am.
You're that committed.
I don't see myself supporting any other party or coalition or any other movement other than AP and UAFC, because what they have done in 5 years is tremendous compared to the other governments. As we get further, we will, bring out some of these things so that the people can be able to understand that it is difficult to compare 23 to 5. But when we see the amount that was done in 5, viewers need to take note, and they need to go out there and vote solid for AP and UFC. That is my
Okay. So I'll come back and I'll give you both a chance to really talk about the virtues as you see them with the coalition. What is your pitch? Because you're a young man, I'm really excited about your take. What do you tell these people who you seek to convince?
Well, first of all, most cases we don't have to tell them. I can remember that we went to one village and we were opening a youth group for the first time. And I just happened to bring up the thing and we told them, said that it's an initiative of the government not to help AP and support what we're helping Guyanese. That when these programs are done to help Guyanese, it's for Guyanese to develop Guyana. So, but I'm telling them at the same time it's an initiative of the government, and that to show that we recognize it. They say that when they look at me, they see that the government is actually working. Because to know that the amount of opportunity has been opened and has not been segregated because of who I am or where I come from, to show that there's an equal playing field when it comes to the work, that when we apply for something, we are not denied because we are of this descent or of that descent, or because, oh, we know you come from that area, PP won that area every single year, general and local government election, so we won't have time with you. So they say that if the government can do something like that for a person of my belonging, of where I'm from, then what can they do for them who is of more supported than I am? But what I pitch to them is I tell them, I said, as young people, we must not allow people to shove things on our mouth. The days for that is gone. Race is dead. I always believe that. 2020, race is dead. We have to bury it. We have to, what we link most with music, and I tell them we have to follow what Bombari tells us. Now we must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. So this is what you have your own eyes, you're able to read. Young people are living on their cellular phones. They are part of social media, different aspects. Look at what the government has done. You can search for every single thing and see what has done. See the development in different areas and different aspects. See when the scholarships are being awarded, who are sitting in those seats. It's not the AP and the supporters alone. It's students who fit the academic criteria and are the financial need for a scholarship are given one. I tell them, look at when you go to the hospital, there's a better treatment now because it's not your family, your friend, they're only looking for us because they know that they are held accountable for the actions that they do. And that when you go and report these issues, they are taken seriously. So that is the most times I pitch to them. I said, don't wait for me to come and tell you. And when I tell them something, like for example, when they had an issue with the oil and the Eskimo people were bamboozled when saying that how the oil, we gave away the contract and so forth. I said, this is the contract. And I opened the contract and I give it to them. I said, you read it. Don't let me to come and tell you, oh, we got this amount percentage and not this amount percent. Read it, and then I explain what it is. So you're taking basically taking the theory and the practical and you're putting it together.
Show and tell.
Yeah. So you're not just taking my word because I'm from the area, I'm going to come and tell the truth though. I mean, I am, but you have to learn to read to recognize that this is the folly and this is the truth.
Okay. Take a jab at that, Dinesh. What is your pitch?
I had a personal experience with the former government that caused me to say to them that no more PPP. In 2011, I was the most qualified schools welfare officer in the country, having my bachelor's and postgrad qualification. And that time, the Minister of Education was Priya Malikchand. And her ministry identified social workers, welfare officers, guidance and counseling officers to go on a Leslie program in the United States to do a master's in psychology. I topped the list because of my years of experience and my academic qualification. But because I was a PNC, my name was struck off. People who had no connection with any welfare issues, counseling and so forth, were handpicked. Most of them left after gaining the scholarship and coming back and serve. After the 5 year up, they're gone. I am here still serving. And that is saying to me that they are strongly rooted in party politics. APNU AFC came into government 2015. I did 2 years of the Masters in Education at University of Guyana, paid myself. 2017, I did a Masters in Social Work, University of Guyana, in collaboration with York. So you can't keep a good man down. There is a time for everybody. So probably if I had gone there with that scholarship, the big man up there, it was,
knows best.
that's it. So I'm saying that you played politics with me in 2011. Tried to prevent me, and you prevented me from going to the States to do a master's in psychology, which I wanted to do. But then the government changed, and I had the opportunity to do 2 years of a master's in social work. My thesis is due, and I completed the master's, 2 years master's in education, and I completed the master's in social work. I finished my master's in social work in 1 year, which many top intellectuals in Guyana take more time than that. So I'm saying that.
I guess you're probably a top intellectual.
Right?
You're probably thinking that you're not, but you're proving that you are. Riaz, where do you go from here in politics? You talk of the fact that the winsomeness of President Granger is what caused that your belly to turn and your mind to switch. However, where do you go from here in politics?
There's nowhere left to go but up.
I like that.
But right now I'm pursuing because I'm a teacher, I'm trying to switch a little bit to make the academia a little bit diverse. So I'm doing my bachelor's in international relations right now. And hopefully one day take off my master's in diplomacy and negotiations, because I'm completing my master's in education now. So, but I've always had the passion for education and youth advocacy. So I want to utilize my politics and political affiliation to ensure that the young people are exposed, that they are maintained to a better education system, because obviously it's good and obviously we can always go forward because it's a changing world. Education is not stagnant. We can create a new curriculum today and come forward, we got to change it back again. So create a system that can facilitate our people and everybody and ensure that we utilize our greatest asset, which is our young people, in the best way we can go forward.
And to add to Riaz, I am saying that there are many people out here, young people, below 40, who are begging for tertiary education. But because of the limited financial resources, they can't afford university. And I am putting my energies behind AP and UAFC because we know 2020 to 2025, we will be having free education. So many thousands of our young people will be having access to UG. It means then that we are empowering our people to compete with the Caribbean and the developed world. So this is the way forward. Education is the only thing,
How you see the country, Riaz? How do you see Guyana being changed over the next 5 years, given another term for the coalition?
See, one aspect or just one education?
Pick something.
Well, obviously we're going to lead to education because Mandela said education is the best tool you can use to change the country, the world. And the president is a man faceted behind education. And if we've known the 2019 budget, the largest allocation of any ministry was given to the Ministry of Education. And education not only places an emphasis under the Ministry of Education, but also under the Office of the President and the Office of our Excellency First Lady as well. So I see the transformation going because I see it already starts. It has given us an initiative. This is the technological era, 21st century. And the Guyanese people have to adapt themselves to understand this system and use it in a better way. In 2019, last year, our top student from the National Grades Assessment not only was from Georgetown, but we had a tie with a child from Essequibo. The top student from the Sierra Porter College of Education came from Pomeroon River. The top student for CXC came from Essequibo Coast, not from Queen's College. So it shows us that because of the advancements of the ICT hubs, that these students are exposed to the same information. They have the same access to the same resources as those in Georgetown. And they're given a level playing field. And once they're given a level playing field, they outshine. Because Guyanese have a habit of outshining. They don't let nobody beat them in nothing. When they do go, we gotta do better.
So true, so true.
So once they've seen this, and once they see that they have the same playing field, that they realize that, okay, our full potential can be accomplished. And that is what I see this government going to give in the next 5 years and the next 10 years, is to access that potential and to give avenues for persons to utilize their potential. Not only to create doctors and lawyers, we don't only need doctors and lawyers, we need persons to go on that road and sell, because when those doctors are hungry, they need food, they can't get a chance to cook. So we're going to create technical and vocational institutes in different areas. So persons who are not inclined to academia can also excel in that field. We have athletes who dominate the track and field in sports and so forth. We will create avenues to allow them to better utilize their skill and who knows, make scout and make international team and represent Guyana at 2024 Olympics.
For me,
Yeah,
as it
correct.
relates to health, I am seeing APNU AFC for the next 5 years transforming the health sector. I am from Berbice. I live at Port Morant. During the days of the PPP, Port Morant Hospital was reduced to a health center service. Port Morant Hospital is a hospital that everything used to happen here back in the days. When they took over in 1992, Port Morant Hospital started to drop. Right? So it was reduced to a state of health center services. No inpatient was there. Just you go and receive the medication and you got to go. But when APNU took over in 2015, Port Morant Hospital was refurbished and reinstated as a hospital. It is now inpatient and outpatient. It is now doing total tests, all the blood works, cardiac section for a Port Morant hospital to do cardiac, have a cardiac section is a top thing. The maternity ward is better than many other hospitals. This is Port Morant. This is a predominantly PPP area, you know. This is not about who is supporting me and who is voting for me. APNU is putting resources in Port Morant Hospital so that the people of the environment can benefit. The dental section, we have a dentist there every day. The ophthalmology, they are doing minor surgeries and so. So for health, this is my pick. Port Morant Hospital alone is just one. We have New Amsterdam Hospital doing dialysis. We don't have to travel to Georgetown to get it done. So we are saving so much money there. We have Skelton, we have Blackbush, and yes, I am saying about Port Morant. So we have seen that for the past 4.5 years, transformation has taken place in the health sector. Give this government another 5 years. We know that the services that are at the Georgetown Public Hospital and other private institutions will be given there in Berbice.
Okay. Riazi, you going to stay with politics, or are you just interested in the development of Guyana holistically, or you think you're going to stay
No,
to
I will
move
stay
on
in
to become the
politics.
president of Guyana?
Well, that's the best wish, to have to one day become the president. But I will stay in politics. I will stay because I realize that the best thing that you can is you have to stop talking and start doing. And to do it, you have to be the politician. But we won't be those politicians of 1912 and the late 20th centuries and so forth. We'll be the politician of a new age. You know, a politician the president is trying to lead now. Where awards carry merits, and we don't turn to those what they say politics or those gutter politics. But what we actually promise to our people, we actually give it to them because we want a better life for them. So I will remain in politics to make sure that our people go forward.
Riaz speaks to the personality of the president. Is that one of the calling cards for you?
Yes, so true. You see what happened? In looking at a leader, the leader must have credible qualities.